Ndị be anyị kenekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nkonye chiri ya zerụkwa. Anyị sị n'ụbọchị nketa mara na anyị mma na ihe adị ka echi na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akọ ya dịrịrị. Ise ise ise. Ya dịka o si dị ya bụ Easter News 24 ka anyị si wee wetara ya bụ ozizi n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa gbasata maka ya bụ ife na-eme n'obodo anyị nọ n'ime ya. Ndị nwere onwe ndị Igbo na-azọ n'iru akwụkwọ. Dịka o si dị, anyị wetara unu ozi one of the Biafran activists wetara n'iru akwụkwọ. Quote: Panic in Asolog as Dr. Ngozi Orabueze give water promise to the Tinubu government as he order Biafran soldiers to take over Southeast. Alright, ya bụ ife ka eji maka ya webe n'iru akwụkwọ. Onye wetara ya bụ ozizi ya bụ one of the Biafran activists n'iru akwụkwọ ka a ga-egoro ihe o ji maka ya wee bịa. Ị ga-esi ya bụ ife drop right feature n'ụdị nke gị. Alright, over to you.
Where we are going, if you do not know that, you need to know that today. And also, I want to let you know that anyone that is criticizing this government is not criticizing the government based on, they are not sincere. You see, they are very selfish. Anybody that comes out there to criticize the government is either the position the person is looking for, he or she has not gotten it. That is the reason. So I want us to get that right, because I have looked into all what is going on. I have prayed about all that what is going on, and I have found out that most people that are criticizing the government is just because they did not get what they want. Our DPM had told us we have thousands and one opportunities or businesses or jobs lying out there for Biafrans. You can queue in. You have to queue in, prepare yourself, position yourself. You will get whatever you want. It is obvious. And I want you to note that people who are busy, they talk less. And those jobless ones, they're the ones talking, criticizing, looking for errors, looking for faults, instead of them to build from their own little area. Somebody told me that he is the acting prime minister. I said, you are telling lies. He said, after speaking with me for over 45 minutes, and you still say I'm telling lies. I said, yes. He hung up phone. See, so I want us to note that somebody came up online as an elderly person and now begin to blame a part or one part and say that this part, I do not know what they are doing, especially Biafran money. But he didn't tell us what the other party is doing with Biafran money. If you're a parent, you have two children and they are fighting, what do you do? Do you have to side one side and blame the other, or you find a way of reconciling both? That is what makes you an elder. Anyway, I'm not going too further, but I just want us to note that we have to be united under one government and fight a common enemy, and know for sure that you have nothing to lose as Biafran. You are going to gain so much. If you are looking, if your ambition is in politics, you are going to have any position you want. You can contest as governor, you can contest, you can become president, you can be anything you want when we have Biafra. And if you want to have money, you have the privilege, a good environment to operate your business. You will not be afraid of anybody killing you. Nigeria is a mess. Please, my Biafrans, I appeal to every one of us. Let's work together. It's not coming here to say, my sister, we are the same place, from the same place, you are my brother, this, and yet behind you are killing that person and you are criticizing that person. That is not what we want. Please, and God will bless every one of us. Thank you.
That's a nice submission.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pastor Jonathan. For those of you that don't know who just spoke, that's the Secretary of Trade and Commerce. Thank you so much.
Fools like okay, cannot do election in Finland.
Please, Mazo Lisemeka. Ewo. Okay. Mazo Barolando Key. Your turn, please. Like the DPM said, please, let's make it short. Thank you. Go ahead, Mazi. Roland Oki. Hello? Okay. I'm moving on. Next is Mazi Teddy Emegama.
Okay, thanks a lot for allowing me to speak and ask my question. Actually, all what I want to say has been done by a good number of speakers. My question goes to the hierarchy stated in the Defense Department. On getting to the general and the Joint Chief, actually, who draws the organigram for them? And how's the report format or not report format? How's the report hierarchy? Do they have to be approved by the Joint Chief of Staff, or will people under the general, the Joint Chief General, go out of the scene and actually start making utterances, making comments and everything to the people? I just want to understand, is there any particular restriction on what the people under the general will do in order not to expose us to all these announcements and everything from the likes of the, is it general, somebody commander, gentle or whatever? I don't know. I just want to understand, is he controlled or is he not controlled? Are they allowed commanders to pop out from any angle and start making reports and announcements to the people of Biafra?
I know before the friends come in, let me quickly thank you so much for that question. Remember, we are let me call it kind of a transitional phase. And I want us to understand where we are coming from, where we have been, and where some of our brothers and sisters who are defending our land has been. This might be the first time that I think they are going through that normal process of orientation and reorientation on what a nation should look like, what a nation military should look like. So we have not really been here for that long, but we also welcome those who could come in and help us draft some of these trainings and protocols and all that for our sisters and brothers that are defending our land from the reintegrated terrorists sent by the Nigerian state to kill us, rape our women, kill our children, take our men away and lock them up in all different kinds of jails. So we welcome that. Another thing is this: somebody said it, one doesn't really have to be a true expert of anything to really build a successful organization. Some of us, our parents, they built organizations that are very, very successful, but they are not maybe degree holders or graduates and all that. But sometimes common sense is not common. And one does not truly have to be a degree holder or have so much education to do certain things. That is why everybody here, you can only do one thing at a time. Limited in the sense that even if somebody is a president of a country or the governor or the secretary of information, secretary of defense, secretary of anything, business, you still need the help of other people. Again, if we have somebody who is a very successful defense individual, who follows the rules, guidelines, goes through the training, they don't have to be graduate holders, but those individuals with the power given to them can hire experts to surround him. When we have somebody like President Trump or President Biden or some of these presidents, they are not professional. They are not professionals in everything. But what they do is to hire the professionals and the experts that knows the thing they need to run a successful department. They hire them around them. The government pays them, and that individual becomes successful, regardless of the level of education or anything. But because the person has proven his or her worth in the government. So again, we welcome all Biafrans in different fields. Now we're a nation with about 18 departments. Find a place to fix yourself in. There are a couple of departments that have really been getting people, and these secretaries, their job is to liaise with them, tell them your area of expertise, and then talk with them, work with them. Those on ground that are the replicate of what we have here, they're already hiring a lot of experts in Nigeria, in Biafra. That's why we said Nigeria state needs to leave all our government offices ASAP, because Biafrans are being hired, are on standby to start work in all the government offices from day one. They need to leave our land. So again, I understand the angle we're coming from. It's a process, it's a work in progress. We cannot get everything at the same time, but again, we expect and we encourage all Biafrans to continue to improve themselves in area of education. Even when we have any commander or anybody carrying chains of guns, showing himself on Twitter, or that is out of order, that is out of protocol. We're not building a country or a nation. So if that individual has participated on that international human rights law that guides the war processes and how we conduct wars, because we are ready to engage the terrorists that are coming into our land. We are ready for that. And that is why we are going through these trainings to know what we can do and what we cannot do. So if this individual has been in that training, he or she will understand that to even come out with chains of guns around your neck and showing it publicly and saying that you're working for the United States of Biafra, that is a no-no. Not even our prime minister will support that individual in doing anything like that. So it's a work in progress. We'll continue to develop the appropriate skills, education, and all that to make sure that we become the best of what we deliver to our new nation. Thank you.
Yeah, can I shed some light on that question, please? The defense, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. Somebody asked the question. Thank you for that wonderful question. The question goes to defense about the organogram as far as the chain of command. How does it flow? Like our DPM said, the development of Biafran forces is still work in progress. However, we have already conducted a couple of trainings that have to do with discipline. It's all about discipline. And we also have our TRADOC, Training and Doctrine Command, in which we are now trying to recruit people who will help us in developing that area as far as the training of the military and our doctrines, how this chain of command then flows. So this is transitional phase, and our country is still new. A lot of things and military terminologies will continue to come as we go along. We just ask Biafrans to exercise patience and work with us. And I believe we have already trained a lot of people, and we ask all our commanders to endeavor to attend these trainings when we call for one. We cannot call for training and people fail to come, and when they fail to come, they will not participate and they will not get the benefit therein. So like last week, we have training on rules of engagement. Our military should not be seen, like the DPM said, with the weapons in public unless they are engaging the enemy. That's the only time they're expected to see their weapons like that. So these are the kind of things that came up in our last training. If this commander was there, he wouldn't be doing what he did the last time. Thank you very much, Biafrans. Continue to plug in, continue to follow us as things unfold. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Onyami. Next person, Dr. Agi.
Thank you. Next person is Reverend John Okoro. Reverend John Okoro. Reverend John Okoro. Okay. I'm moving to iPhone.
Yeah, I'm here.
Please go ahead and speak, sir.
I want to show my video if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead and start your video, please.
Yeah, okay. All right. All protocols observed. My name is John Okoro. I was a soldier in Biafra between, 66 to 70. There were just two of us born of that are male in my family. My brother was also a soldier, but he's deceased now. First of all, I just want to express my gratitude to all of you. All protocols observed. Every one of you that has been in the struggle deserves a pat on the back. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. I just want to ask a question. Is the Zoom we are on a public thing that for everybody's consumption?
If you are fundraising Saturday, were you there?
You say
Are
what?
you hearing me?
You say what?
I said, the Zoom we are on now, is it public for everybody's consumption?
No, I'm not sure we are airing it. Dr. Honorable, we're not airing this, right? Dr. Agi? Okay, it's being aired, right? Okay, it's being aired, sir. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is I've been observing in the background for a number of months, and a lot of great things are happening there. This is my first time joining. I've been following what is happening from when you were in Finland up till now. And I want to say that a lot of great things are happening. And people need to realize that USB has just been here for 4 months. And I am amazed at the kinds of questions people come to the public to ask. Some of these questions are what should be addressed at the back end. I wonder how you do it, my COS DPM. Everything I'm seeing, most of the things I'm seeing are just sheer distractions.
Thank you.
And if you are going to they're going to tie up your time answering some of the questions that others should be addressing, they will really be overworking you. And one of the things, most of the comments I make it in Ugo 247 and QITV. My handle is Nnanamwa Biafra. But I just want to say, unu jisi ike na ihe dum unu na-eme. Inweta ihe anyị na-achọ is not an easy thing to do. And people are going to come here and criticize, but stay focused. Keep your eyes on the ball. And what you are doing is for generations to come. And as you pointed out, it's not about you. It's not about anybody else who is in the struggle. It's about the ultimate goal of getting Biafra. A lot of people have lost their life for Biafra. And the only thing we have to fear at this time really is fear itself. People should not be afraid. If you want to complain, those things that are not doing well, bring yourself out and take one on. If you know how to do things better than any other person, present yourself to the government and let them use you. In my opinion, there are questions the DPM shouldn't even be touching here because they're not worth our time. And Madam COS, what you need to do is surround yourself, like I know you have done, with people who are capable of carrying out the assignments they need to carry out. And in fact, the way I look at it, if you are not going to contribute to the cause and you have nothing to contribute, I look at everybody, including the generals, as
ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nne nnukwu n'isi wee na-esonyere anyị n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụbọchị uhuruchi nke taa. Ka efi were ekwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ihe Biafran Chief of Staff kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ bụ Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Gịnị ka i were ekwu n'ụdị nke gị gbasịta maka ebe ife ndị a niile nọ okwu n'iru akwụkwọ? Drọpụọla ya alụ gị, drọpụọla ife iche n'ụdị nke gị ka a mara ife iche, your own reaction gbasịta maka ebe ife na Eastern News 24 ebe anyị si were wetara onye bụ ozi. Ọzọ dị ka ịbịa bụ tụsakwa ya bụ ozi ka ụmụnne anyị dozi n'ebe dị iche iche wee marakwa ife na-emenụ and wee mara the update on the latest development on Biafra Republic government in exile.